that. And we're going to do that. Welcome.
Hello.
Hi, welcome to
I'm like not even in the.
You got to slide over. I know. I got the camera in a new spot tonight. We've got all kind of new
It
hardware
is
and
really
stuff
hot
up here.
up here. Here, hold
Well,
this.
that's what happens in the studio. The studio gets a little warm because of,
Because you still haven't gotten. If the day he gets the new studio done, we'll have a celebration.
Well,
So what?
hi everybody. Welcome to another great adventure episode, whatever you want to call it, of the WDWpov live stream show. We've got a special guest on tonight, and we will bring her
And
on.
we're eating.
And we're eating, as you can see. Yeah,
This is the Disney
orange cones out there. Hi, I got to say hi to everybody.
Chicken. Oh no,
Sesame chicken. She made this stuff in record time just so we could get on the show quickly. Pat the Puzzle Man, Holly's out there. Marla, nice to see you out there. Pat again. Feeding our face, feeding my face for sure. But Karen, nice to see you out there. Nice to see you. Got Popping the Popcorn. Good old Katie's out there watching the show. Techno. I did a little techno tonight. I felt like I was in a little bit of a different mood tonight. I felt like it sort of fit, with the, I don't know. It just seemed right. Sharing is caring. Thank you, Mary, who happens to be our guest tonight.
Don't ruin the surprise.
Don't tell anyone.
Nobody will know. Okay, so I have a question.
Katie says hi to you.
I saw that. Hi, Katie. So I have a question for you all.
Donald, nice to see you.
What time do you eat dinner? Okay, so we ate lunch, 2:30? So you can't eat dinner.
We eat dinner pretty much just whenever we can. Just whenever it happens.
When I make it.
When she makes it, yes. So I still have not gotten this shared to my own personal wall, so I'm going to do that right now. But again, welcome to the WDWpov live stream show. There we go. Now it's posted to my own wall. Now we can make it official. So this is good food. I haven't eaten much of it, and that's usually what happens. She makes the food, it's ready to go, and then I end up having to wait until it's all done, and then I end up eating it cold. So, oh my goodness. So we are going to get started here because we only have an hour to talk with Mary T. Wells, who is going to be joining us. Yes. Are you doing that for the food or because Mary's on the show? The thing. I don't know. I mean, I thought maybe.
What do you think we're doing with Mary?
Nothing like that. Nothing like that. Oh my goodness.
I was talking about
the food. So anyway, we'll give Mary 1 second here to get ready. She looks like she's like in shock right now. She's in the green room. I see her waiting, and she's like, "What the heck have I gotten myself into tonight?"
Mary loves me.
She does.
Mary and I are kindred spirits.
Nevaeh loves Miss Patty.
Yes.
Nevaeh loves Miss Patty.
Here's the problem. I am an introvert, and so I hide a lot.
Are you going to do that, or you just want me to do it? Because if you are, I'll just take this mouse and then.
No, I'll do it.
Okay. Because I'm looking over here. I got this screen. Okay. I got a screen over here. I got a screen
from
over
the
here.
Arctic.
Oh
Is
my
she
goodness.
really in the Arctic?
No, she's at the Jersey Shore. But you know what? I mean, it's been pretty cold. We had some we were down to -7. I know that's not Stan weather. Stan's like -20s or wwhatever, but we ended up like -7 and then a wind chill on top of that. It was pretty cold. And then we've got a 1.5 feet of snow last Monday night. We got another 6 inches or so a couple days ago. And today we probably had another 6 to 8 inches. We've been getting dumped on pretty good.
So, and we can tell you about our, Jeff was actually out of town on Tuesday and Wednesday last week. And I prayed a whole lot that I would be able to get out of our driveway. And Tuesday and Wednesday, I had no problem. Friday, Saturday. It was Saturday. I know. It was Saturday. I got stuck, but you were up in Cleveland.
Yes.
And I could not get
Cleveland.
out. Well, he got home late and he got it unstuck.
Yep.
Except then he got it stuck on
And
Sunday.
then the next morning, Sunday, I got it stuck. And then I had to shovel another ditch to get our van out, which we got out. But then I think I broke a brake line. I think a brake line snapped on the snow and ice on our drive. So it's been fun. It has been fun.
Mary said Florida is cold.
Yeah, Mary, I know. She'll get to talk about that in a minute. Are you ready, Mary? Are you ready to join us?
Yes, she's ready.
She's ready. Is she shaking her head? Okay. Without further ado.
Stan laughs at our cold. Oh, that is true. Is Stan here?
Not yet. I don't see him here yet. So, but without further ado, because I know everybody's sitting here waiting.
Annette says it's windy by the beach, and it is.
It is always.
And I don't want to be in New Jersey in the winter.
Without further ado, we're going to bring Mary.
28 degrees? Is that Fahrenheit in Florida today?
Ay, Donald. Ay. Okay. Without further ado, Mary T. Wells in her trip report. Yay! Okay, we're going to do this screen because it looks better. There we go.
Hello. How are you?
I don't know. We don't know.
We're doing okay. How are you? I mean, you just came back last night.
Yep.
From like a week-long trip, didn't you?
Yep. I think I went to bed at like 4:00 last night.
Oh,
I'm a little tired. I've been working on payroll, so.
4:00 is actually this morning, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a night owl, but I tend to stay up too late. But then I have to get up and go to work. Well, come to my office to work at least. I don't have to go to work. So.
Mary says it's 33, so you're having like a tropical heat wave there.
Yeah, I guess we got the first snow you guys got a little bit, but it wasn't much. There's still a little bit around, but we didn't get any today or yesterday.
Oh,
like there was a squall or something, but that was it.
We got hit. Steve says I don't need brakes.
Yeah, you kind of do.
Well, he had half of them.
I do. Yeah, I think half the brakes are working, half of them aren't, but I got to take it in the shop and get something done with it.
So Holly's asking Stan what the temperature is, and hopefully Stan will give us a weather report so we can all feel like we're warm.
Yeah. Usually it's like -40 or something crazy. Okay, so Kelly says it got up to 60 in Orlando. Okay, because it was really cold. I mean, it was cold when we left. It was cold the day before we left.
Yeah, I was gonna say I saw some of your pictures. Looked like you were all bundled up, wearing fleece and all kind of stuff to stay warm.
Yes, which is odd for me. So it was pretty chilly.
Kelly says it was cold where she was all week, and it's been cold almost everywhere all week.
Yeah. So anyway, we got to get to this because otherwise we're going to run out of time.
Okay. So Annette says hi, Mary.
Hi, Annette.
Lots of people are saying hi to you. They're here for you, not for us.
They love Mary. We love Mary.
Not all that, but they want to hear what I did and some fun stuff. So
yeah. So let's we won't necessarily go day by day, but how long were you there?
We got there last Saturday.
Okay. So you were there
left
for
Sunday.
just over a week then?
Yep.
Okay. Where'd you stay? What
We
place?
started out at Animal Kingdom in Jumbo for concierge. We like to do that for the first 2 days because like Saturday, I'm not a big park person on Saturday. It's really busy.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not a person to get off the airplane and rush right to the park. Like we like to get in our room if it's settled and just kind of chill a little bit because, we always get up early to get on the airplane. It's just tiring. So we did that. We had 2 nights in concierge, which I kind of like because then you kind of hang around, experience the resort and stay there and eat, which is fun.
Like she's doing right now. She's eating off camera. She's trying to pretend like she's not doing it.
And there's not as much to do at Animal Kingdom Lodge right now because the cultural people aren't there. But it's still pretty pretty. There's animals and they tend to bring them close to feed them so you can see them. They get them to come so you can see them. So that's nice. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So after those 2 nights, then we went to a 1-bedroom in Kidani.
Okay. So you were slumming it then, huh?
Well, not.
I'm joking.
1-bedroom where?
A 1-bedroom at Kidani.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was slumming.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful there. It is
probably like
beautiful.
$1,200 a night or something crazy if you were paying cash and didn't use points.
Yeah, that's the low rent district.
Right.
Okay, Mary, did you pay Dan to say you're a celebrity?
I did not. I swear I didn't.
She is. What Steve said, I stocked up on soda and Mickey bars for the rest of the week.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah, because they don't encourage you to drag them all off with you, but you can take, back to your room or whatever. And they kind of got to know that Nevaeh was very hungry, so they gave us a little tray often of things to take back or a couple extra of those PBJs, because the concierge experience is a little different. I mean, breakfast is pretty much the same as it always was there, but like in the afternoon, the snacks were all kind of prepackaged. But at night, then they had they have like 2 appetizers generally, and then other foods, and they weren't. So I don't know. The afternoon snacks weren't usually that much anyway, so I don't know. I guess they just did prepackaged ones to make it easier for you. I was hoping like everything wasn't going to be that way, because that's what we got there. They had the snacks out, but it wasn't. So it was good. I mean, the breakfast was just like it normally is, and then you can get alcohol. We don't drink, so we don't use that. But then at night they put out Mickey bars and other desserts. So.
Now, we only stayed concierge one time, and we were upgraded because Melissa and I got to the room and we walked in and there were people's belongings in the room.
Oh, no.
Yes.
And we like screamed and ran. Like, imagine if we had walked in on somebody getting out of the shower or worse.
Or worse, yeah.
So they upgraded us.
Okay.
Little mistake.
Yeah, they put us in a very nice suite with concierge service and everything. Yeah, that was a good trip. Anyway,
Donald. We did meet up with Donald and his wife Marie, and one day at Epcot we had a good time. That was fun. Did a couple rides. Did we do 2 rides? 1 ride? I can't. It all blurs together. And we had a good meal at Regal Eagle. That was good. I hadn't eaten there, so that was nice.
Oh,
that was a lot of fun.
So what did you eat there?
We got a brisket sandwich and I think pulled pork, and Steve and I split it. And then they had banana pudding that was really good. But it was good. Nice. You can go inside because it was a little chilly that day too. So mobile order. That's the way to do it.
Now that replaced
that American, I forget what the name of it is. It was just an American place.
Whatever it wasn't that great, but I think the new place, I've heard a lot of great things about it.
That the old place was like actually really horrible. I mean, really bad.
Yeah, it was like generic junk.
Yeah, but we usually just went there to get chicken fingers and fries for Jack.
But there's Muppet decor on the walls too, which is so it's nice. We actually Nevaeh ate there again another night, and because she really liked it. So
we made ourselves smaller. We're small people now.
Steve said we did Spaceship Earth with Donald and Marie. We did Remy separately because we had Daz, and they did not have to wait in line.
Oh, nice.
We didn't, but they did. They waited like 100 minutes.
So can you explain? Because when we did Remy, Ratatouille,
yes,
you didn't.
We didn't end up using Daz.
You couldn't use it.
Well, it was the second day the ride was open. We got on it at the very end. We were like one of the last boarding parties of the night. So, so we didn't get to use Daz.
What's talking to me over here?
That's my Google something or other, Google Play.
So explain how that worked.
So Remy went to just standby, I guess. I think like the Monday before we got there, maybe. It was pretty recent.
Oh, wow.
So it just standby, and we got the DAS. You can do it ahead of time through the app, but people were saying it was waiting like, 4 hours, 5 hours, and they'd connect you to do. So I just did it when we got there. Where did we go? I don't even remember. Somewhere we went and guest relations wasn't busy, so we got the DAS. It was quick because once you've had it before, it's kind of, I will say in the last time it didn't. So prior to the last upgrade of My Disney Experience, they wiped out all the information on DAS. So it used to be like when you said you had it, even in the last like 9 months, they would always, they pull it back up and they kind of restore it almost. But I think that last upgrade got rid of everybody because we had to kind of start over in September when we were there. So I didn't do it ahead of time. I just went in the park and, told them who they were. We scanned everybody. And now you can pick a time in the app.
Right. Okay.
So that's, nice. Once you scan, now you got to scan twice and you go in the lightning lane, just like, you did before, basically.
Okay.
Now it's called lightning instead of
Yeah.
whatever. You already forget fast pass.
Yeah. What was that again? What was fast?
Forget?
Yeah.
So you have to scan, and it's a double scan. So after you scan the second time, then you can pick another one.
Okay. That's good.
So my nephew was there, I think, almost 2 weeks. And he hasn't been there for a while. And he made the comment about between the Genie Plus and the Lightning lanes and having to, so like I said, he hasn't been there for a while, so he's not used to having to pick your park, and that there is just so much advanced planning that they've sort of taken some of the fun out.
Yes.
The spontaneity. Do you feel that way?
I do. And I will say, so when I'm there, I rent a scooter because it's a lot of walking. My knee kills me. And I'm trying to dodge these people in the scooter and everybody's walking around like this. And then, like, somebody might be with them and they're like grabbing their elbow, like, get out of the way, like trying to keep them from running into everybody and me. I'm like, there's a lot more of that than there ever has been.
Yeah, you got that Genie Plus app. You got to keep it in your.
I used we didn't pay for any of the extra stuff because, like I said, we had the DAS, and so I tried to do the questions and see if it really didn't do anything for me. But we do Disney kind of different than other folks. But it's also just, I don't think the way they did the app is there's some glitches, as we figure there would be.
Right.
Because Steve had made some of our dining, and normally, we have different last names. So usually when I put it in and link it, it's in there. And all some of our dining wasn't in there. Ooh. And I had linked it. And then when I pulled up his phone, I'm like, well, let me look at his phone. Maybe it thinks, it would say someone else in your party made this reservation. Well, if he didn't make it, I didn't make it. Nobody else in Nevada didn't make it. So something didn't get linked right. And, some of that's the DVC stuff because he did call to get some of them because we do that split stay. Yeah. You can't make the whole trip reservations for food. So you can kind of get messed up. So it's best if you call DVC, they can. So that's probably why, but I used to always put it in there. It was fine. So, but some of it is just really hard to figure out. Yeah. I see Kelly's asking about Steakhouse 71. So we are going to
we're going to be talking about that, Kelly.
That's on my list. So we better get to our lister.
Yeah. So I'm going to start bringing up some of the pictures, but it's nice to see you out there, Amanda. I haven't talked to you for a while, but
pork belly.
Yeah, pork belly and Steakhouse 71. Let me bring some of those pictures up and we'll start going through that. We got a couple of
pictures because this will answer all their questions if they can stick around for a little bit.
Yeah, here we go. Okay. Da-da-da-da. Here we go.
Yeah, so the characters. I kind of want to talk about the characters. So this time they are doing some inside meet and greets. They weren't the last time we were there. I mean, it's nice, but Nevaeh wanted to hug Mickey. I mean, she kept telling me it's not fair. I can't hug Mickey. And I get it. I would like a picture of Mickey without this mask on, but we're getting there.
Is this one on Main Street? Is this the one in Magic Kingdom?
Yep, in the theater. Mickey was there. The day we were there, Tinkerbell wasn't. So I don't know what was up with that, but I thought I heard she was at some point. But
okay.
And then the outdoor ones we prefer, of course, because and that's what we did a little bit with Donald and Marie too. We saw a couple of the characters outside. And so they're there. You can go up to the like whatever barrier there is and talk to them. Right. And that's nice because
Donald says best thing of our day was the princess meetups.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, he was enjoying watching Nevaeh talk to the princesses and ask them all the different questions. Tell Belle not to touch the rose, all that. More normal interactions than the mask stuff and everything. So.
Well,
that doesn't make sense.
This is interesting. Orange Cone saying that they told him they couldn't get a DAS for his sister-in-law with severe anxiety. Huh.
I mean, the scooter isn't like a DAS. You have to say why you have an issue with the lines because the lines, almost all the lines now are built for the scooter. So they won't give you for that alone, so Nevaeh is the one who has the DAS for us. It's not me.
Right.
And it's because she, has issues with lines and being all around everybody and everything.
Right. Yeah. Same with our son.
Do they, but they never ask you, do they?
They never
really,
did.
No.
I mean,
we just say who we're getting it for.
And they take his picture and then they take our pictures.
They don't ask us what his diagnosis. They ask nothing.
Yeah.
They really can't. I mean,
no.
I just say she has some special needs, but I don't ever elaborate.
Right.
We never even say that.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah. I mean, but so Orange Cone. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you might want to check into that because they should. I would not think they would deny for that reason. So.
No, they really shouldn't. I would just focus on the other aspect of it, not the scooter, the anxiety aspect.
Right.
But, okay, so here's the Contemporary and Steakhouse 71. They redid the lobby, I guess. Around the time they did Steakhouse 71, they redid the lobby because it was there like that in September. Yeah. So that's just on the first floor when you come in. It's nice. I mean, it looks more contemporary.
And the five-legged goat you've got back there behind you.
Yep, you got to look for the goat.
Well, she says it looks more contemporary. Well, when the Contemporary did it, how many years ago it looked contemporary?
And then back in the 90s and 2000s, it started to just look old.
Yeah.
So that's good. I'm glad to see the color and that's nice.
It looks really nice.
So do we know about the five-legged goat? Why it has 5 legs?
I think she just did it. I don't think it was a mistake. I think it was done on purpose, wasn't it? That's what I thought.
I probably. This is a Mary Blair, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I think she just did it for fun.
Yeah.
Because the original 5-legged goat, you wouldn't think it was fun.
Was the original one's up on the, up high and you can't see it as well. So I guess that's why they brought it down so you can see it better. That's
good. I think that's a little bit of a shout out to that. And then what is it like right around the corner? Then if you go around that wall, looks probably back toward that back corner of this picture on the left side. That's where you get into what used to be the Wave, which is now Steakhouse 71. And I'm still a little salty about the fact they got rid of the Wave, but I want to hear, how does this compare to the Wave? And you might have a few comments on that.
So we too love the Wave. Amazing. Ate there quite a few times. And I remember going to the Wave, and I said this to Steve when we were there having lunch, because we had lunch there 2 days in a row. It was so good. We would be sitting in there for lunch and there'd be hardly anybody there. And I mean, it's packed now. But in terms of refurbishments, this is the best thing I've ever seen done. They did not mess anything up. Good. They, when you walk down into the, we used to have the Wave above you. They've changed it and put all like vintage photos of Walt and building of the park and everything. So that looks really nice. Mm-hmm. And then, I mean, they haven't, I guess they've changed the decor some, but the decor's not that different to me. I mean, I probably don't remember exactly what the Wave looked like. But people arranged the same. There's larger booths. And the food is just excellent. And it's a good, I mean, it's in terms of Disney prices, it's reasonable.
That's why it was actually one of our hidden gems at Disney, was to go to the Wave, because the prices were reasonable. The wait staff was awesome. We had actually this this one girl who used to wait on us. We'd request her by name because and she got along with Jack. They would just go back and forth with bantering back and forth and doing stuff. She was really good. This
is French onion soup.
Yes,
this is French onion soup. And I mean, I make French onion soup. So, and like normally people who work in a restaurant tell you not to get French onion soup because it's really a cheap thing to make. And, it's not, but this was the best French onion soup I've ever had.
Oh, wow. It
had 6 kinds of onions and 3 kinds of cheeses. And we asked and got all the information on that. So that was pretty cool. But they also have a separate breakfast or lunch and dinner menu. Like some of the restaurants are starting to have the same menu for lunch and dinner. So the same prices for lunch and dinner. This has a true lunch menu. Yes. And Janet, one day we had one waiter that we kind of knew. And then the next day we had Janet, which I had when I went with Chris O'Lardy back in September. She was just so funny. I wanted to try to see her again. And she said they are thinking about trying to get that. They didn't take out that buffet area that, I don't know if you were familiar with that in the back there.
Right.
That's still there. So they could, they didn't take that out, so there could possibly bring back that for breakfast at some point.
Does your French onion soup look like this when you make it?
Pretty close.
Okay, we're coming over then.
I like the cheese.
Okay, so making it gluten-free bread does not perform the same way.
Yeah.
So you really can't get the cheese to stay on top.
It just sort of. But
yeah, that's true.
That looks very good. Yeah, Marla's saying that it's very affordable, but now it's a popular reservation. And yeah, you're right. I mean, we used to go there, lunch, dinner, place would be, practically empty. Nobody would be there. So
and, every table was full. Now we got there. I think one day I was at 12:40 and the other was at like 1 something. And every table was full. We often stayed a little later and had, watched all the tables empty. But packed.
Right.
What's she saying? Artist or not? Sign their work. What? I missed something. I got to go back and read another.
The 5 legs.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah. So the website says it is to show that there is human error and people do make mistakes in their artwork.
How many people accidentally make an animal with 5 legs?
That's a tough one to make. But
unless you didn't know how to count. Okay, so is this onion rings?
They are onion rings, and they are so good. We like kind of fight over how many everybody's going to get because Nevaeh likes that too.
No, okay. So I love the onion rings at
Raglan Road. They make a gluten-free version there, so I don't know. I wonder if
they're battered. These are breaded. Which do you prefer, batter or breaded?
I just like onion rings that I don't know. I like any onion ring, but I like when they're cooked enough that the onion ring doesn't. Like when you bite into it, the whole onion doesn't come out, like it stays. So I feel like those are really, and that sauce, even though it's a little spicy, I'm not a big spice person, that was quite good too. It was like a little bit of a spicy ranch.
Well, now this next one coming up, if it's the one I think it is, Kelly might be interested. Kelly Rager might be interested. There we go. Pork belly and poached egg.
Yes. So
that
is a little different.
They didn't pour the sauce. I told them to they asked me if I wanted the sauce poured or not.
Okay.
And it's sitting on grits.
Yeah, I was gonna say usually sitting on grits.
But wasn't the egg on top of it before too?
I think the egg and the pork belly were just all sitting on grits. Yeah.
Yep. So it's like separate piece now, I guess. This is how it looked in September because I hadn't had it until September. And Chris Alardi said I think we ordered like 2 or 3 for the table because his family was there. And so then I told Steve he had to try it because it was so good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Steve's sort of reiterating what we said earlier about, go there for lunch or whatever when it was still the wave and there would be nobody else there. And Marla.
She wants to try that too. They still have the crab cakes too. They were on the menu as an appetizer. So they're there. And then and then I don't know. The only other thing that I really liked at the Wave, of course they had a good filet, but they had bread, which you guys probably don't care as much about because
me, Marcus and Jack, we can still do it, but
right. But it was like a multi-grain bread and it was really good. So that's the only thing I don't think made it to the new, because the chef is the same. Because he's actually from Maryland, the chef that works there.
Oh, so you got kindred spirits then, right?
Well, when you taste the crab cakes, he's from Maryland. We did immediately. So
nice. Well, let's see what our there we go.
Cake. Yep.
There we go.
I can't eat this either.
Just get off the show. You can't do any of this stuff.
I'll leave.
So Marla, I think, got that cake back in September as well, and she thinks it's a little smaller than it was because that one comment about they were going to be making some of the portions smaller. So I do think they did with that. The cake's delicious. I didn't get it the first time we went because our server said it had a good bit of alcohol taste to it. So I don't know. And they tried everything, but it didn't at this point. And our server, the other server said it wasn't like that.
Okay, so what is the cake? Is it just a chocolate cake with raspberry sauce, or is there raspberry in the cake?
No, there's no raspberry in the cake. It's 15 layers for the 15 floors of the contemporary, and it's just chocolate and chocolate ganache, and then the raspberries on the side. Yeah, and Steve's talking about the pork belly. Like, I didn't know exactly what to expect with pork belly the first time I had it, but it is very tender.
Oh yeah, that stuff is just. Anytime we went to the Wave, that we had to get it. Sometimes we get 2 of those for our family because we'd eat.
Because there's 4 of us.
There's 4 of us. I mean,
you could easily eat one yourself easily. So the cake was good, Holly. It's very chocolatey. I thought to myself I should have taken that cake back to the room and had some milk with it because it was pretty chocolatey and rich.
And just in case you missed it, Holly, my favorite right there, pork belly.
Yeah,
Holly,
pork belly.
The cake is wonderful.
Yeah, cake's good. Pork belly is also on the grilled cheese and on the cheeseburger stack.
Yeah, somebody, I think Kelly had asked about that. I think what was it? Something about like a pork belly burger or something.
Yes, it's on the burger. Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
So on the burger. The burger is delicious there. We actually got that both days, and then that one day I got the grilled cheese, and then I got a prime rib sandwich, and that was very good too.
Yeah, we definitely. I agree, Holly. We need to do that on our next trip too. We didn't get to on our last trip.
When's our next trip, honey?
As soon as possible. How's that?
Ooh.
As soon as possible.
We have our daughter got married last year, but she had a really small ceremony. We're actually having a reception for a bigger reception, and that's in May. And then Marcus graduates, and I'd like to do a little graduation party in probably June.
Becca's saying, let's plan a trip for February again. That's only, let's see, a couple weeks from now, Becca.
That's pretty soon.
I think Becca's ready to go. David and Becca came to visit yesterday and parked at the top of our drive. And how long is our driveway?
About 300 feet.
And they walked down, and Becca fell walking down.
Yeah, I felt so bad. She's okay. She's doing great. Holly says to plan it in June.
Don't go in June. It's too hot. I keep telling Holly this. She's going to complain the whole time. We'll see.
We've only gone in June one time, and it was like, I think June. It was like the end of May, and then it was like June 1st and 2nd.
It's too hot in May sometimes. No. Yes, and Panda. I think Panda did get the burger. It's called like the Steakhouse 71 Stack Burger, I think, and it has pork on it.
And at this point, I know Panda. Anything with bacon or pork or whatever, it's all him. Yeah, that's crazy. So let's see. Let's go on to the next slide.
Becca is ready to get out of the snow.
I am too. So now let's talk a little bit about the actual Festival of the Arts, which just started up here recently. So you got to get there for the beginning of that.
Which I love that.
It's nice. It's a nice festival.
Of course you walk into the tents. I think that painting was, I don't know, $6,000 or something. The one that Nevaeh is looking at with Ariel. And then there was another layered one she wanted that had all these nice layers. I think that was $4,200 or something, So there's lots of high-end options.
Now, if you buy a painting, you should have it insured. And just in case you're wondering, we do have a son who's an insurance agent.
Oh my goodness. Look at that segue.
Yeah, you don't buy a painting and then they'll wrap it and they'll put a handle with tape, and people are carrying these big paintings. I guess they're locals. I would pay to ship it home, but
Marla, if we go in February, we'll try to meet you there. We'll try and drum up some business for you to get some people to dine with you.
Oh, Annette is going in June too. Oh my gosh.
Oh my. Yeah. Jeez.
I did it once. It was too hot.
Crazy.
Actually, twice, I think. Too hot.
June is a tough month. Anyway, I got to do this for Annette real quick just before I forget again. Ready?
Oh, he got his cup. Yep.
Gaston. There we go. Okay.
If you do something once with Jeff, you have to do it forever.
School schedule. She has to go in June. Okay. Homeschool. That's what we do. Okay. So this was a very expensive painting.
Yeah. And it's just enjoyable to go look at all the different paintings and the artists, and then different times of the day. Some of them are there, and you can get things signed. I actually didn't buy anything. I picked up something for Justin from GCT, and a little print, and had the artist sign it. It all worked out. We were there and sent it directly to him. So I'll be excited to see if he likes it when he gets it. But I don't know. Like, there was so many things. I mean, I would have loved to bought something, but I need to like know where I'd want to put it. And, you know, if I'm going to spend that much. I mean, there was an orange bird thing I would like to bought that was like 400, but I don't know. It wasn't anything I had to do at that moment. So maybe one day, but it's just nice to look at it all. And, you know, the artists talk about things they're working on, and it's interesting. So,
yeah, it's fun. It's fun to
all
meet
the other stuff that they have.
Well, it's fun to meet the artists. It's fun, you know, especially ones that you might know through Facebook or through social media,
right?
That you like be in communication with. And then, like you were saying,
the sidewalk chalk, you know, drawings, the paint a square. Did you do that?
Well,
we didn't do the paint a square. There's the sidewalk. One of the
look at how beautiful that is.
I mean, those are amazing. I can't even imagine doing that, and it's going to get washed away.
and the ones that look like 3D, I remember they had some butterflies.
Yeah, and you'd have to look at it at just the right angle for it to pop out right. And if you looked at it at a different angle, everything was all all distorted.
It's truly amazing. I mean, imagine like how long that would have taken to do, and then it rains and
zip.
Yeah, because they're not like sprayed or anything. I mean, I've been there, not this time, but another time we were there. They're gone. I mean, they've gotten ruined in the rain. I mean,
yeah.
So this dessert, this was probably the best thing that we ever ate, and I'm so glad I bought 2 of them. I should have looked up. It's a booth right in the front, and it has like 3 chocolate things, and it's a pretty good size. The little ball of stuff is like chocolate mousse in the front, and then that cake thing in the back is pretty big, and then there's another like chocolate ball on top. But that was delicious. Nevaeh loved that too. She got her own.
So if Amanda, if you're still watching, this is one of
Now this isn't a 50th. This is just a Festival of the Arts dessert,
right?
And it's at Deco Delights. That's where it is. It's a chocolate mousse.
And where can you find that?
Deco Delights. It's kind of right near the port of entry, right there at the front where everything kind of is. They actually had 3 things that they all sounded good, but that one, when I really saw that one in person, it was quite good, and it was good size too.
Cool. and then we're back to Belle. So
Holly is making a comment about homeschooling. I think she said she could never. Holly, I would have said that before I started, and I tell people all the time, if you would have told me I had to homeschool before I had children, I would not have had any children.
So and then you know, if you think of the arts festival, you know, there's also the art galleries, and the one in downtown Disney, or it's not downtown Disney anymore, Mary, it's Disney Springs. I saw Craig Skaggs' artwork there. You know, he's been on with Stan a couple times, and a couple of his pieces were there, so you can see some of the artwork even if you're not going during the Festival of the Arts.
Right. Yeah, I have not, because, you know, it pains me to check things out if I know I can't go. So do they have the special sessions where you can create an art piece and things like that?
You know, I know they usually do for all the festivals. I don't know if they were doing that for the arts. I hadn't done a whole lot of research about it because we had been before. But I'm wondering if they haven't started all that up quite as much because of
the contact and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got about 22 minutes left here. So let's see what we've got. Okay, so this was your husband Steve and Nevaeh in front of the train station at Magic Kingdom.
Yeah,
and it looks like it's dark out.
Yeah, so that's the night you got in. I should have looked exactly. I keep calling them extra magic hours, but I don't know that they have a great name like that. But basically, people staying in deluxe resorts could stay. It was like Wednesday night. You could stay in the Magic Kingdom from 9 to 11.
Oh, nice.
Because the fireworks were at 8 and the park closed at 9, and then you could stay. And that was to go on the rides, and a lot of the rides were open. But of course, you know, it's not like at 9 they push everybody out like they do for the special events that you're paying for. So there's still other people floating around, but you know, and the big shops are still open, but you had to scan to get on all the rides.
Okay. So I was wondering how there had to be some way that they keep the riffraff out.
Yeah. But the thing that I found kind of annoying is that it wasn't consistent. So like when we went to Magic Carpet, with Aladdin, Nevaeh and Steve were going to get on that, and I think they were just scanning one per group.
Okay.
And they were using the lightning lane. But then another ride we went, like Haunted Mansion, wasn't using the lightning lane, and they wanted every single person to scan. So it wasn't always consistent with what was going on. And then of course you had people coming up trying to get on the ride and weren't, from the deluxe resorts.
Yeah, I'm sure it probably bogged down the line a little bit.
Yeah, well, I think it would have been easier if it was, the lightning lane you scan. That would have made more sense than have some be in the lightning, some be in the regular line, And then the really funny thing was for the mine train, because I think Nevaeh rode that, I don't know, 8 times this whole trip. She kept riding it this trip. So the line for that, I had gotten them a DAS first, so they went in the lightning, and then they were going to get on it again. And I'm like, it's a 40-minute wait. Do you really want to wait? But they did. So they had the line, there's plenty of place for that line to wrap. They have that whole side there that wraps the queue. But then they had them outside of that, lined up all the way almost to teacups. So if you kind of know that layout, like why? Because the queue is all right in there anyway. And I mean, it looked so long, but so Steve and Nevaeh want to get on. So I'll put you guys in the line. And because once they're in the line, they're okay. And I went, I'm going to go look over here and do it. As soon as I got to where I was at, they said, well, we're getting on the ride. I'm like, what? 40 minutes. So I don't know if they were like doing that to it was just strange. Like why I didn't get that.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of cases where they seem to overestimate the wait times.
Yes.
So yeah, maybe it is just a way to try and get people to, I don't know why.
I mean,
Disney,
during the day, I guess they want people to buy the lightning lane. I get, that I can understand. But like this for the special event, I mean, it didn't matter. You were a resort guest. You got
right.
So that part was confusing to me. But I do think they were overinflating the wait times a lot.
They didn't flip the switch on the overestimate wait time line part of the software. They forgot to switch it back to normal. So.
Yeah, because Steve, they go on the ride with the DAS pass, and Steve says, there's nobody inside. Why are they saying it's 40 minutes? I'm like, well, maybe you just don't, I didn't know if he didn't know for sure because he couldn't tell. But he said, it's empty. I can hear it's empty.
Annette,
I'm
shocked.
How could you think that? No, that can't be.
A lot of people were saying that, the wait times were not what they waited.
Right.
They were much, and lots of people were going through that lightning lane line, so they're selling it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
A little extra money. Oh,
yeah. Well.
So did you like the whatever they call it, extra magic something?
Yeah, I mean, it was good. It's always good to have, a couple extra hours to be in the park without, everybody. And we're night people anyway, so we like it.
Yeah. Well, and I was gonna say, and it cools down at night, but you wouldn't. In January, that's not a good thing.
we didn't have that problem, but yeah. See, he knew there was nobody in there, so it was just. I just don't know why they did it at night like that. It didn't matter. I don't know. Yeah.
Just like Disneyland, Rise was posting 3 hours, and it was around 50 minutes. Oh well.
Yeah.
So, but overall, you think that was a good, luxury.
Yeah, I was surprised that much was open. There was a lot still open. So that was nice. Now, they also had it for Epcot another night, but we didn't, Epcot doesn't have as much to ride.
Yeah. So it just rotates sort of like the old extra magic hours used to?
I think it's just Epcot and Magic Kingdom.
And it's only for
deluxe resort guests.
So you, in essence, could be spending $8,000 on a vacation at a moderate resort,
yes,
and still have to, and still not get any benefits.
No,
right. No. And I mean, it's only 2 hours because everybody gets the morning. I don't.
Okay.
The morning is the 30 minutes. Everybody gets that. We're never up at that time, so we don't do that. But and like I said, it was only in a whole week. There was only 2 times it happened. So, and it's only 2 hours. So, I mean, it's not.
Yeah, but it's
I'll take it, but it's not like I'd book a trip around that. Either.
Right. Not quite the way it used to be, but it's at least a step in the right direction.
It's something. I gotta,
Oh man. Well, here we go.
This is something I can't eat.
This is one of, okay. So Amanda, if you're still out there, this is one of the 50th anniversary desserts.
I don't know. That wasn't there any other time, but the Contemporary tends to have those special cupcakes. Most of the 50th things have a little 50 medallion.
Oh yeah.
So I think that's just a regular monorail, but I thought it was cool, that white chocolate monorail. We didn't get it, but I got peanut butter pie, and that did have the 50th medallion, but they normally have that too. But there's a lot of 50th things all around. I didn't try one I didn't like. So,
well, when we were there at where did we stay? Was it Pub Century or Art of Animation? I can't remember where we stayed last time.
In September?
Yeah.
September, October for the 50th.
You were at Pop, weren't you?
We were at Pop.
Thank you. I couldn't remember.
No, it wasn't.
Were you at
Art of Animation?
No, it wasn't Art of Animation. No. It was even lower.
Oh.
Even
All-Star?
All-Star Movies.
That's right. Thank you.
Yeah. But I got to say, when I got on the bus that morning, they told me the buses would start leaving on October 1st for the actual anniversary date. They told me the buses would start leaving at 6 a.m. I got there like around 5:50, and the line wasn't horrible. And right at 6 o'clock, 3 buses came rolling in, and all the people that were waiting in line got on one of those buses, and off we went to Disney. And we were at the park. I was there by like about 6:10, 6:15. So
I got there much later.
They had a 50th, and I have a picture on my phone, a 50th macaron.
Macaron, or is it macaroon? Macaron.
It's 1-0, macaron.
You say tomato, I'll say tomato.
A macaron is the almond little cake thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, and it had a little castle, looked like, a lot of the 50th medallion things. It said 50 on it, and it was pretty bad.
Oh.
But it said 50th, didn't it? Okay.
And maybe, you know what? We've had homemade ones that are really fantastic.
Oh, really?
Maybe mass produced, it was decent. I don't know, but we didn't like it. Holly is asking Annette, what days are you going? We're going the end of June.
June.
I am so I'm
sorry, Holly. I'm really sorry.
We might go end of June.
What? Are you insane?
I don't think if somebody gave me no. It's too hot.
We've never been there in July or August.
You have to be crazy to go in July and August. Turned my teeth blue. Oh, okay. See, Marla had it.
Marla turned her teeth blue. I figured she
would have. They've also changed some of them. So some of the 50th things they had in September or October, they've changed a little. Like there's different ones now. So that they keep, the 50th is the ongoing celebration. So like some of the merchandise is different, and they keep bringing out more merchandise, and you can't ever find the merchandise you want.
We still got over a year. It's like a year and a month still, I think, for the 50th anniversary celebration to end. So and that's going second through the 13th. But
so Steve says put a 50th medallion on it and add $3. However, the macaron didn't have a medallion on it. It was just like sprayed on. Like they used a little,
okay. Yeah, I know what you mean. No, actually, most of the 50th
like a little airbrush
I tried, they were like $5 or $5.29. So that I didn't think that was too bad.
Okay, so Annette's been there in May, June, and July. We've never been there in July.
No.
Or August. Every other month. Nope, never August.
Never August, I don't think. Yeah, July, August, I think are the only 2 months we have never been to Disney World.
You couldn't pay me to go in August.
Well, maybe we're going to have to make enough money to pay Mary to go in August.
I mean, I'll go and stay in the hotel, but I'm not going to anything.
You could still use the pool. You could do the water slides and all that stuff. You can go to the water parks. Yeah. So, oh well. So what else do we got here?
We got the snack. Oh, that's not a 50. That's from Everglazed. Those donuts are so good.
What are they? What is that?
It's called Everglazed. It's kind of hard to find in Disney Springs, I will admit. It's like back behind Splitsville in this little place. There's a little truck outside. There's a really good chicken sandwich there.
This looks like something I'm not allowed to eat either.
Probably not. It's a lot of dough. I think that's Steve's. No, that's mine. That's the caramel. It had like caramel popcorn. It was like a salty caramel donut. The donut I really wanted, they were sold out of because I didn't go till like 9:30 at night, and they had closed the kitchen too. So you got to go during the day. But they have a Boston cream donut with Nutella on the top that was fairly good. But the donuts are huge. So
yeah, I was gonna say I could sort of see your hand under there, but
yeah,
covered up.
I really wanted the chicken sandwich, but they had just shut the kitchen down. So
yeah. Pat doesn't go May, June, July, or August. So
yeah, I would have to agree with that.
That's good.
Too hot.
We've been there in May a lot.
We've been in the May a lot. I used to do
hot then too.
I used to do trade shows, and we'd end up like in April and May. Yeah. April and May a lot of times, but
in April a lot of times they do it like right before Easter, and so and that was back in the days where you could buy a 10-day pass that never expired, and so if the park was too crowded, you just say we're not wasting days. Yeah. I know the one year we were there Thursday before Easter. And we said we were going to, that was Hollywood Studios. We were actually going to go the next day to one of the parks. And we said, nope, we're just going home.
I remember doing that as a child because my grandfather took me every year. And I remember getting to a park and seeing how busy. And I'm like, can we not do this? Because it was around Easter. Oh, and yeah, Steve's talking about that gingerbread cookie. So that was the other thing that was a little odd to me. Is we've been in January a lot. We go, this is our typical time. There was Christmas stuff. And I mean, I know there's always Christmas ornaments. There's always Christmas store. I get that. But there was like a lot of the Christmas merchandise still in the store. And then at the caramel store in Germany, which it was delicious. So I'm glad it was there, was this gingerbread cookie. And it was 2 gingerbread cookies and it had buttercream and caramel in between. It was.
So when you say like, were they round gingerbread cookies or gingerbread men?
No, they were like, it was like like a sandwich kind of cookie, like a round cookie, but they were the best gingerbread cookies I've ever had. And Steve loves gingerbread. So, but very sweet. But even in the stores, like, some of the merchandise they had on Shop Disney, they had still in the stores. Like I've always seen ornaments. I've always, that's normal. And then I even saw some food and wine merchandise. And it usually, once the holidays are over, they kind of just have the ornaments. So I don't know what that was about. It's kind of weird.
I wonder if part of it is because of the whole transportation issue, as far as things getting shipped around the country. Because I remember around Halloween, I remember seeing some posts about things that were for Halloween, new merchandise that didn't get there till like the week after Halloween.
Yeah, because we were there and went to Boo Bash, and we could never get that Mickey popcorn mummy bucket. Like it hadn't come in yet by the time and it wasn't there. I think it came like 2 weeks after we left or something. And of course, it was in that character outlet, is what I heard, last week.
So basically, probably it was sitting in a shipping container, at some port waiting to be moved.
Now, did you go to the character outlet?
I did. I went over there one day. I was not very, they had like Disneyland Spirit jerseys, which are fine, but I didn't really want a Disney. And I mean, the prices weren't that great. Granted, I haven't been for many years and all the prices are horrendous. So generally they were like half off, which they used to be cheaper than that. I mean, you used to be able to get, I got a couple little things. I did get a pillow that's a pumpkin that was like $10 instead of 44 or something crazy. So they just didn't have a lot. It was all size small and there was a lot of kids' clothes.
Yeah, I do think that's the supply chain issue, that if they're not even getting enough merchandise for the parks,
then it's going to trickle down to them too. And plus, if the parks are filling up with all this 50th anniversary stuff, they're not going to put their prime stuff at at that store. It's more or less an outlet.
Right.
So it's probably going to take a while until it's probably going to be when the 50th is over. That's when that stuff will end up at the that store.
And I don't know. There used to be a bunch of people that did shopping things there, and I wonder if that didn't somewhat ruin some of it too.
I'll tell you what, though, we went there. Was it when we went in February last year? So last year in February, we took a trip down there, and I thought they had a decent selection. They really did, and the prices seemed reasonable. We went back again for our September-October trip, and it like you said, there just wasn't a great selection. The prices weren't that great. Just in that 6-month period or so, it seems to have changed a lot.
Okay, I forgot about that. The Christmas popcorn bucket. So it was like a tree, and it was gold, and it's kind of gold. I was afraid the gold looked a little too gaudy for me, but anyway, I didn't buy it. But it did light up, so it was cute. But they had that at like a bunch of I kept seeing people walking around with it. I'm like, okay, maybe they're local and they're
in the park.
In the park. And then I saw it at several popcorn stands. So they were still selling that. And like, we've been going in January for years, and they never still sell. They must have got them late and had them. It was just weird to me. They're walking around.
Did you buy any popcorn buckets?
I bought, and I didn't bring it in here, the Mickey one that goes with the mini sipper.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, the tracking, we sent Stan the mini sipper that he won from
December 16th
from our POV contest we had a month or so ago. Yeah, we sent it September 16th. December 16th. I'm sorry. And it's finally at the post office delivery area, I think, in his town. And it's only a month and a half.
But it went from Ohio to Chicago to Los Angeles
to Vancouver. It was all over the place. This thing's gone so many places.
It's well traveled.
But now this next, so I'm hoping he gets it, and I'm hoping it's all in one piece. But I hope he gets it soon. But this next item here, Mary told me that she bought us a dozen of these. So, she did. She bought us There we go.
Oh, how beautiful.
That's the cheap option. There's an ear hat that's $1,000 in case so.
Wow. Did you buy one?
No. I mean, I really did. I didn't. I mean, I have a couple things I bought here, but I didn't buy. I mean, the prices are, whew. I mean, some things are still okay price-wise, but a lot of it has gotten really, really high. And then, of course, with the 50th, they're not giving you the annual pass discount.
So
you wouldn't get that discount off those ears.
Really? So I didn't know that. So none of the 50th merchandise?
No, they started that like after we were there in September and October.
Oh, boy.
There was a lot of, people doing things they shouldn't do. So, I mean, that, at least when you look at a price and you're going to get 20% off, that helps. But when you look at the price and you're not, because I kind of wanted a Spirit jersey, but the one I wanted was like $119. Like, I can't, I got Mickey a Spirit jersey, my little Mickey, and even that was $22.
That was how much?
Mickey will have a Spirit jersey because
how much was Mickey?
He's from last time. I think they're $21.99.
Okay, so
the little new emos.
The $22 Mickey, and his shirt is $22.
Yes.
Wow.
And then they have accessories like the ice cream, which is magnetic, so it does hold it. They're $12.99. And then Nevaeh has it, but they have little mini lounge flies for the new emos too.
So now,
we have 1 minute.
Okay.
1 minute.
Okay. So go ahead. Do you have more pictures?
That's it. I was gonna do this. There we go.
I don't really collect a whole lot, only because I don't.
Just doesn't like to have a lot of clutter.
I the thing is, I can look at the shelf behind you. Oh, that's really cute and everything, but I just can't do that for myself.
I like clutter. I do.
I don't consider what
No, that's
she has
not clutter. That's not clutter. That's a collection. There's a difference between clutter and a collection.
But I can't do that.
Yeah.
That's not me.
Well, I mean, I think as you get older, you determine that you'd rather do things as opposed to buy things.
Yeah.
So a lot of this stuff I've had now for, quite a while, and some of it was gifts and things but
okay, so
I like it all when we're there. But when I'm like, I have to say to myself, where am I going to put that? Because you run out of space too.
Well, I had 5 kids, and so I sort of collected children.
There you go.
But when we get the new studio together, we will probably have some stuff in the background. We'll have some shelving. We'll put some nice things
But I get to do it.
You do whatever you want. Okay. But we got to run. It is 9 o'clock.
We're not running. Okay. Mary, we so enjoyed talking to you.
It's good to talk to you.
It's been fun.
I will say, the little booklet with Figment, he's cute. Like the last thing that had Figment all over it, they had made him into like a art deck. I don't know. I didn't like it. So the stuff is cute with the Festival of the Arts. It just wasn't for Food and Wine. He was like stylized or something. I don't know what you call it, but so he is cute.
You didn't get the Figment popcorn bucket?
No, I did not. No, I didn't even try. I wasn't standing in line for that.
Did you buy that? Did you buy that piece of ugly Figment artwork for $10,000?
No. I bought a Tervis because I use Tervises every day for my coffee, a DVC one.
Oh, that's nice.
An Orange Bird pop socket.
Oh, nice. I love Orange Bird.
And the pen with the Jared with the Orange Bird on the top.
Oh, that's cute.
Because I'll use, like, I try to buy things that I can use and enjoy.
Yes. Yes.
And then Nevaeh did get one of those. What is with the tags, Disney? Please. Why?
Tags bigger than the merchandise.
I mean, why? The little wishables they're in. You don't know what you're going to get. I would have loved to have the Goofy one, but I'm not going to buy 8 of them. And I tend to, when I buy these, we get like 3 of the same one. So I think Mickey and Minnie you could buy, like they were out, but then Goofy, Pluto, Daisy, and Donald maybe were in the bags you had to try to get. So just cute. She wanted one. So
yeah, it's always good to get some, cute little, souvenirs and things.
And then in the restaurant, if you want to do it, it's plastic. So
we've got a couple of the
and that's 3. Fun because it comes with lemonade, and then it comes with like a character that you put in.
What character did you do?
When I did it in September, but this time I think I got Donald or Daisy. It was green.
Oh, really?
It made my lemonade green. It tasted the same, but
okay,
but that was cute.
Yeah.
So this was it. There's a Encanto stand in Festival of the Arts. It's not in the right spot in Epcot, but this had a coconut mango slushy in it. Oh, so good.
Oh,
and this is just plastic. And then the empanada was very good. They had there too. So
I made the lemonade with the little Mickey head.
Okay.
To drop in with, and it's sort of a swirly.
She made her own version of it with a little bit of.
I haven't perfected it. I was gonna do a little video or
that'd be fun.
But I haven't perfected it.
Yeah, she's working on it, and it's got the little the edible glitter stuff to make it all sparkly and the drink. Yeah, it's
that'd be cool. Yeah, because we like lemonade. It's just kind of fun. But I hadn't got a green one before, so that was kind of interesting. Green. Nevaeh's like, it's kind of green, but we were in the back at Skipper Canteen. It was so dark you couldn't even really see that it was green. So
So what was your favorite memory?
I guess my favorite thing is Nevaeh because and you've said this about Jack. I just see how good it does for her. Mm-hmm. And every time we go, she's better, because we tend to do the same things, which is good and bad. But, we hadn't been to the Animal Kingdom Lodge since 2020, right before that pandemic. Mm-hmm. And she still got the layout because we always ask for the near kind of the lobby because it's easier for us and we don't get a Savannah view. But so she, she kind of got the, that resort's big and she kind of got the layout of it and mm-hmm. just different things with her. She realizes how they are and she's just become very helpful and, it's good to see her. Steve and his funny story. This was so terrible. So we roll into Epcot and we were trying to get adjusted and we're at the little stand with these booklets. They're like a little stand.
Yeah.
And I happened to stop there because the book bag was coming unzipped or something. And I said, get a couple books for us, Nevaeh, because she was looking at the book, and we were all, I wanted one book for each of us. And some cast member comes over to us and says, sir, stop filling your backpack with books. There's supposed to be one per person. And I'm like, what? Like, he's just zipping his book. So I don't know what people are doing that is making them think that what is this worth money? Maybe I better check on eBay. I can't imagine it's worth that much. I mean,
check it on eBay. They're probably selling for $20 each.
No,
I'm kidding.
You have to get the back stamped if you're going to those. You can get 6 things and then you get something free. I mean, we didn't need all those things, but I don't know. That was just strange. He was annoyed by that, and I kind of was too. I'm thinking, it was just very weird. So people must be doing strange things that they're worrying about. That is all I can figure.
That's weird. That's weird. Well, and that's weird that they would worry about people hoarding those little booklets.
Right. I mean, this was a couple days after Figment, so maybe everybody was all in there.
I was going to say, but then you see those pictures with somebody with 15 Figment popcorn buckets wrapped around their shoulders,
or 30 Spirit jerseys.
Yep. But I hear a lot of complaints right now about the cast members and things like that, and I will say there's plenty of wonderful cast members still there. The one, and especially, in concierge, we like to ask people how long they've been working wherever and where the other places they've worked. And I mean, they, I had one lady say, well, 2 weeks or 2 days, 2 weeks, so there's lots of new ones, but there's other ones that have been there for years too. And they're all are much, if you just ask them a little bit about them, they're perfectly pleasant. And, I mean, I didn't really run into any of it except for that one that thought we were filling with these.
The booklet criminals.
Yeah. I mean, most of them were quite helpful and pleasant, and so they're still there. So
that's good. That's good. Yeah. I mean, that's what makes Disney what it is, are the cast members. They really do. So.
Yeah. And I mean, just if you're going to go soon, look at the menus, because the menus are limited, and they are we went to Narcoossee's to see our other favorite server who gives us a gift when we go, and Nevaeh ordered a cheeseburger, and they didn't have kids cheeseburgers. I mean, so there's definitely things that they don't have.
Yeah.
And some of the menus
and they couldn't do a cheeseburger.
That's interesting.
They were out of cheeseburgers for that.
You think they could have pulled a cheeseburger from one of the other restaurants nearby, or because I know they've done that.
Well, see, there's not a whole lot open at the Grand Floridian.
Yeah.
1900 Park Fair hasn't reopened. I think I know that the cafe is, but I can't remember if Citra Crow's reopened or not.
Yeah, probably not. Probably not. I haven't heard anything.
I think the quick service is open now, but I don't think there's burgers there. That was kind of limited the last time. So.
Well, that's weird. That's such a plain,
a staple,
normal item that you would think they'd have them.
Yep. Yeah. So just look at the menus, because an appetizer we had at Trader or Skipper Canteen in September, they didn't have it this time. So it just they just must not be able to get things. Is what it is.
Yeah, and I know at the Plaza they had their menu changed quite a bit since pre-COVID days.
Yeah, no fried green tomatoes.
No fried green tomatoes. Yeah.
Yeah, some of the things I really like too, they don't always have. So you got to check, and they have other things, but if you really want something, it's tough.
Yeah.
They don't have it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they always have done that to some extent. I know at Polynesian. Why can't I think of the
begins with a K.
Kona Cafe.
Yeah.
Okay. At Kona Cafe, they used to have this creme brulee that had a caramelized banana and a chocolate curl, and it was so good.
That sounds good.
And I mean, it was there for years. And then we went once and it was gone.
It was like you were devastated.
You can make creme brulee, Patty. It's easy.
The thing is, I could make everything.
But you don't want to. I know how that goes.
Once in a while, you just want to not have to make it special.
I know.
Make a special version. But you're very good at it.
Well, thank you. I do make almost everything, from scratch. So Yeah,
but you don't want to do it sometimes. I know.
Yeah, and you probably, and I know you probably go through this too. You have to make almost like one meal for this person, and this person doesn't eat this stuff, so you got to make something slightly different. What are you pointing at me for? I eat just about everything.
He does.
My people know to eat, or they're not going to get.
No,
I don't do all that.
Well, like Jack. I mean, if she has chicken with sauce and stuff on it, we have to make a plain version of it, for him. So.
But he's gotten so much better. Like tonight, I made the sesame chicken, and before I poured the sauce off in the frying pan, I fried the chicken and then took his out. So, and then I poured the sauce on. So I have found shortcuts through the years, but sometimes he just takes his meat and washes it off in the sink if there's sauce on it.
Okay. I've done that with Chipotle meat because it was so spicy. I could not. I don't know. They said, "Oh, that's not that spicy." Well, it was spicy. So.
Yeah, it varies from visit to visit.
Yeah, and Jack eats very plain, like green beans, chicken, and a cut up apple. Okay. That was dinner. We had rice, but he won't eat rice.
Oh, okay. See, Nevaeh will try most things, so that's good. She might not like it, but she'll try it, and then if she likes it, she'll eat it. So
yeah, he will try things, but most of the time he ends up,
prefers it,
spitting it out.
More plain. Yeah,
but he's trying.
Yeah.
But anyway, so it sounds like you had a good trip.
We did. Yeah.
When's your next trip?
Yeah. I heard about
I posted on Facebook. Probably not everybody saw, but when we got home, it was like Nevaeh and Steve went right up, so she'd get in the shower because she had to go to school because we were supposed to come home Saturday and we stayed till Sunday. So I'm trying to pull out stuff out of the car we need and putting on the steps, and I hear her saying, "Daddy, when are we going to see Mickey again?" So I figure, she's pretty bad, just like me. She's ready to go back. So.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised it took until you got home to start asking.
Usually it takes her a while though. Usually because she's ready. She was ready to come home. Like she didn't. Was it Saturday? Friday she didn't. We went to lunch and then she wanted to stay in the room and I went to Springs by myself. And she really didn't want to go. She gets kind of tired by the end and ready to come home and see the dog and everything. So
yeah.
But she's ready to go back, so that's good.
That's good.
So when's the next trip?
September 21st, I want to say.
September.
That's one of the weeks we used to go on a fairly regular basis.
Yeah, we're already booked, so
we might have to make that happen. Yep. So our anniversary is the 15th, so a lot of times we'd be down at Disney on our anniversary. In fact, the first time we were at Disney,
there you go,
on our honeymoon, 1984.
That'd be good.
I think it should be an anniversary trip. What do you think?
Well, I think I need a birthday trip, and I think this year is a big birthday.
Is it?
Well, because the last several years weren't big birthdays. I think I should get a big birthday, right?
I think you should.
Sure. I go every year for my birthday, so I think you should.
The problem is we have too many kids at home.
Yeah.
That want me to be around for my birthday. They want me to be here. So
yeah, makes it tough.
But you can do it another day.
Yeah. Yes, maybe September. Maybe September.
Yeah.
They're going in September. Maybe we'll go too.
Yep. Maybe. I want to go before that.
I do too. I actually do. I do. So anyway.
Or it gets too hot though. You got to get it in soon though.
Yeah.
Because it'll be hot and then it's just too hot.
I know we're running out of time.
Yep.
Oh, well. Anyway, we've run a bit over tonight, but that's okay. That's okay. So anyway, glad to have you on. We'll have to have you on another time just for fun. But anything else? You good?
I'm good.
Okay. Well, I think we'll let her go and then I'm going to sing my song. Okay. We were going to do announcements tonight. I guess we're going to wait another week. We're going to wait
next week. Okay, this is the next week we will do
special announcements.
Well, we could do that, but I was thinking that maybe we could just do you and I can do Disney couple.
Oh, there you go.
Disney Couples podcast. We could do that. We could do that.
Yeah, maybe we're going to do that, or maybe you'll cook something in the kitchen. Who knows?
Okay.
Marla can't go in June. That's during her birthday because not good.
He knows better than to go in June.
Well, thank you.
Yes, thank you, Marla.
And we had fun as usual.
Yes, we did.
Thanks for having me. Great.
We appreciate you coming on, and thanks for taking the time out of your day, especially after you haven't even been back home for 24 hours.
No, I need to go to bed early too, which I never do. But
so we will let you go. And
all
again,
right, thank you.
Thank you for being on, and
tell Nevaeh Miss Patty said hi.
Yeah,
I think she was watching the beginning, but she's probably in bed now. I hope.
Okay. Well, tell Steve and Nevaeh.
Have a good evening. Yep, I will. Have a good night.
Okay. Good night. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I love that family.
I feel like my hair is just, I don't know what it's doing tonight.
Well,
it just wasn't laying right. You know?
Mine isn't either. It's like,
I know.
It's
bad
hair.
Bad
well,
hair
part of it too, I think it's because of the snow. Like I've been out in the snow, then back in the house, then out in the snow, back in the house. It's craziness.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys down in Florida who are saying, hey, it's like 30, like 40s, 50s.
I feel like my coloring's bad today.
It's the lighting.
Oh, I feel like our lighting's bad today. What are my eyes doing? They're green. I've never noticed that before with the green screen.
Oh, your green screen eyes. Your eyes are disappearing. Wait, at a certain angle, your eyes start to look like green screen eyes. That's pretty cool.
My green screen eyes.
Nice. I think it's reflecting off your glasses. That's what's going on.
Okay.
Something on your glasses, not your eyes. It's something reflecting. It's probably the light reflecting on your glasses. Now my eyes, I got that blue thing going tonight.
Okay. People are jumping off quickly.
Anyway, good night, everybody. I'm going to sing us out. You want to sing too, or you're not going to do it, are you? Okay.
Why does he even ask this?
Again, thank you for watching the show tonight. We will see you again next week, same time, 8 p.m. Eastern time.
Yes.
Which, like you said, maybe we'll do something maybe a little different, special, whatever. Might be a Disney couples podcast, might be a cooking show. We don't know. It's all.
We know. One of us knows here.
I don't. Maybe she does. Anyway, let's sing it on out, or I'll sing it on out. Now it's time to say goodbye to all our company. MIC, see you real soon. KEY, why? Because we like you. MOUSE.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough. So thank you. Have a great week.
Good night, everybody.